Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem by the member of the graduating class of 2021, Jake Liquindoli.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Whoa, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Awesome job, Jake. Great. Awesome.
Please be seated. It's tough to follow up after that. Great job, Jake. Good afternoon. My name is Matthew Gwizdowski, and I have been proud to be an assistant principal at John F. Kennedy High School for the past 13 years. I'd like to welcome the Honorable Mayor of the great city of Waterbury, Neil O'Leary, Commissioners of the Waterbury Board of Education, our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Werner Ruffin, our Principal, Mr. Johnston, honored guests, teachers, parents, family members, and of course, the members of the graduating class of 2021. We are here today at Waterbury's Municipal Stadium to celebrate the commencement ceremony for John F. Kennedy High School's graduating class of 2021. At last, we are able to get together in person to celebrate the accomplishments of these wonderful young men and women before us. This group of graduates has persevered through much during their time at Kennedy High School, starting with the normal stress and anxiety that goes along with entering a new school, and finally ending with the COVID-19 pandemic and all that has been changed, canceled, or postponed because of it. If nothing else, this should prove to you that there is nothing you cannot do if you set your mind on a goal and work tirelessly to achieve that goal. Today is about celebrating your achievements, but please take the time to thank your parents, guardians, and caregivers whose love and support have helped make you the talented and intelligent young men and women that you have become. Thank you. At this time, please join me in welcoming the president of the class of 2021, Mr. Emmanuel Yankson.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Kennedy class of 2021, I would like to welcome all faculty, friends, family, and alumni to the 56th commencement ceremony for John F. Kennedy High School. I'd also like to thank Mayor O'Leary for being in attendance today, alongside our Superintendent, Dr. Werner Ruffin, and the other Board of Education members that made this event possible today. In addition, I would also like to thank our principal, Mr. Johnson, alongside our vice principals, Mr. Gwizdowski, Ms. Glass, and Mr. Smalley, together with the Kennedy faculty, highlighted in our senior class advisors, Ms. Capilupo, Ms. Fitzpatrick, Mr. Clark, Ms. Maria, and Mr. Pantone, for not only guiding us throughout our time at Kennedy, but also having us sit through 3 long, excruciating hours of graduation practice just to know what tile we needed to walk on. With all that being said, I would like to thank and congratulate the class of 2021 for making it through this arduous journey known as high school, with all of its lofty peaks and deep valleys. Of course, as seniors, we are no strangers to deep valleys and high peaks, seeing as we've reached our highest peak yet. On our journey to the top, we've made it through, from the difficult classes to the toughest exams, from the craziest school events to one of the most unyielding senior classes any senior class, any year, any senior class of Kennedy has gone through to date. This year was hard. As a class, we had to stay apart so that we could be together in the future like we are today. Virtual learning made this year tougher than it already was, and the thought of our senior year flying by us was depressing, at the least. However, I could say confidently that through all the pain and challenges that this year has brought to our doorstep, that we have persevered through it all as a class and overcome these challenges, leaving Kennedy with the level of determination and grit unmatched by any senior class before us. We've all grown mentally, emotionally, and physically throughout these demanding trials. Well, some of us grew physically. I'm still short and struggling to reach the top of this podium. Aside from that, what I ask of this graduating class of 2021 is to not only maintain, but exceed this level of grit and determination going forward in life. In other words, keep that same energy. I know it can be hard in a world with many lows and highs, alongside the fact that we live in a world where people are willing to start a fist fight over a roll of toilet paper. However, I can assure you that once you reach that tallest peak that life has to offer, all the hard work that each and every single one of you put in would have been worth it. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2021.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Now please join me in welcoming your principal, Mr. Robert Johnston.
Good afternoon, Mayor O'Leary, Dr. Ruffin, Commissioner Orso, Commissioner Serrano Adorno, Commissioner Van Stone, Alderman Newjame, members of the Kennedy staff, family, friends, parents, and most importantly, the members of the class of 2021. First, I would like to thank your parents for trusting your education in our hands. In many ways, that trust is a sacred one, and for that I am truly humbled. I am particularly thankful to the graduates of 2021 for making the past year one of the most successful, despite all the challenges we have faced, and along with all the challenges the world has faced with us. Often, I comment to graduates that it must be hard to believe that 4 years have gone by so quickly. Given all of the disruptions to so many of our traditional academic and extracurricular experiences, it must feel extra special sitting here about to receive your diplomas on such a wonderful day. Last year, I addressed graduates and I reminded them that life is like a grindstone. Whether it grinds you down or polishes you up depends on what you are made of. And while it will be hard to separate the class of 2021 from the pandemic the world has experienced, I would implore each of you to resist from allowing the challenges we face to define you. Know that adversity, obstacles, and challenges do not define character. Rather, they reveal it. The compassion, kindness, selflessness, intelligence, drive, and persistence that you have exhibited to each other and the entire Waterbury community over the past 4 years are your gifts to a world in need. On the subject of the many gifts that each of you possess, please remember to share these with others. 32 years ago, I sat where you now sit, not here at Municipal Stadium, but among my classmates at my own graduation from Kennedy, listening to a number of speakers, impatiently waiting for my chance to receive my diploma. While I do not remember the exact words, I do remember the central message of the mayor of Waterbury at that time as he spoke to my fellow graduates and I. He congratulated us on our hard work and accomplishments. He encouraged us to pursue our education and our dreams. But he also implored us to return to Waterbury and utilize our talents as adults to make our hometown a better place. It's funny that 32 years later, that message has left an indelible mark on my memory. Those of you who know me know that I am incredibly proud of my roots here at Kennedy High School. I wear my feelings regarding both Kennedy and the city of Waterbury on my sleeve. Each of you are here this evening because of the support you have received from some fine people in our community. It began with your parents and family, but it continued with the support you received from teachers, paraprofessionals, clergy, coaches, and community leaders. I'm going to ask that each of you remember this as you go off to pursue your own goals and dreams. Leave a place, large or small, in your future for Waterbury, as your ever-growing talents, abilities, and gifts will be needed here in the future. Remember to give something back by sharing your success in order to help others succeed. In closing, if each of you did not realize it already, you are very special to the staff of Kennedy High School. I wish each of you the sort of success that results in a truly meaningful life and a better future for us all. I know that you will make us proud. Remember, you have been a Kennedy student for a short time, but you will be a Kennedy Eagle forever. It has been my sincere privilege to have been your principal. Thank you, and may God bless each and every one of you with the fulfillment of your dreams.
Thank you, Mr. Johnston. And now, please join me in welcoming the Salutatorian for the class of 2021, Ms. Jasmine Estrella.
Can you guys hear me? Okay. I won't hold out on you guys. I was and still am beyond nervous to recite this speech. Someone gave me the advice to picture the audience naked, but given the fact that my parents, your parents, and our teachers are here, I'll try to refrain from doing that. But if you see me avoiding eye contact, you know why. Nerves aside, I would like to extend a big thank you to my family, my friends, the SOAR class, our amazing faculty, the honorable guests, as well as to everyone present on this momentous day. Graduates, if it has not sunk in yet, though I'm not sure why it wouldn't, since I saw you at rehearsal and you're sitting in your caps and gowns, I'm here to tell you that we made it. Despite not having had the pleasure of getting acquainted with the entire senior class, I know resilience and resolve when I see it, and it is in each and every one of you. Though it didn't turn out to be the senior year we might have envisioned for ourselves, the outcome it produced, in spite of a pandemic, is a feat in and of itself. So give yourselves a round of applause. As the school year comes to an end, I can only find myself thinking about how it all went by so fast. I mean, I didn't expect my 4 years of high school to boil down to a 5-minute speech at best, but here we are. It seems like just yesterday, we were new to the building and new to high school. From our first football games to our very last ones, where Vivian still has to explain to me how the game works. From our first relationships to the next, and the one after that, and the one after that, and just the never-ending cycle of teenage hormones. High school was really a learning experience, and I don't just mean that academically. While it did take rigorous hard work and hours of applying ourselves to our schoolwork to land the position of Salutatorian and Valedictorian, those titles mean little to nothing in the grand scheme of things. In reality, the life lessons we will walk away with as of today will be infinitely much more valuable than any curriculum they could have thrown at us. As we embark on our journey into adulthood, many of us will be repeating these 4 years, but for the next 4 years, it'll be harder. Many of us will take on a trade, many of us will join the military, and many of us will figure it out along the way. You don't have to know now. There is no one right path. Life is custom tailored to the individual, meaning my life can look and feel completely differently from yours, but yours will still be a great fit for you. Regardless of the path you choose, the journey from here on out will involve us making decisions for ourselves. And I mean real ones, not deciding what outfit to wear to school today. The journey from here on out will involve you asking yourself the hard-hitting questions. What kind of person do I want to be? What kind of things do I want to stand for? What kind of company do I want to keep? And how do I find the strength to keep going? Accredited scientist Bill Nye, the science guy, once said, "The discovery of evolution is humbling, but it is also empowering. It transforms our relationship to the life around us. Instead of being outsiders watching the natural world go by, we are insiders. We are part of the process. We are the exquisite result of billions of years of natural research and development." I share this with you in the hopes that when you ask yourself the challenging questions, you're able to tell yourself the answers. Why to keep going when life feels like you're trudging through a bleak and barren path? How to face the world when you feel rejected by it? Why fight the fight when another's efforts exceed your own? The answer being that in simply existing, you are greatness and you are enough. Another's successes do not take away from your own, and your importance is not and will never be determined by the career you choose nor how much money you make, but rather by the lifestyle you choose to lead. I encourage all of you to lead a life of kindness, humility, and courage, and in doing so, you will flourish. Because this is my final message to you, there is so much to say, I found there was not enough words and not enough time to fully convey everything I would have desired for those present to walk away with. With that being said, I wholeheartedly wish those in attendance every luck in your endeavors, and congratulations to the class of 2021.
Thank you, Jasmine. And now please join me in welcoming the valedictorian for the class of 2021, Ms. Vivian Bunker.
Oh, sorry. Am I muted? Joke of the year. It's amazing having an in-person graduation and being able to see everyone's faces. I cannot believe we are here right now, especially with the year we have had. A year full of inconsistencies, disappointments, and lots of assignments due at 11:59. From the start of our year, our sources of fun and our sense of security have been stolen from us by the global pandemic we hear about day after day. From the clubs and dances we always looked forward to, even the simple enjoyment of hanging out with friends, family, and favorite teachers was lost. Even snow days are no more. Despite the mental challenge of learning from home, while focusing on staying healthy during a pandemic, everyone here found the determination and hope within themselves to continue amongst it all, to keep going after losing such valuable parts of our senior year. Whether it was losing what was supposed to be your best sports season, your last year to spend time with friends, or anything else you expected to do to end your high school career off right. Instead, we were given split schedules, Google Meets, and endless emails as part of our final experience. This tested us in many ways. It tested our patience, our self-advocacy, and our ability to adapt. Most importantly, it tested our ability to persevere and motivate ourselves through difficult times. Seeing us all here today, graduating together, is a testament to those abilities. We know we passed the test. The late Kobe Bryant once said, "Everything negative, pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for us to rise." And rise we did. We learned what it feels like for our world to change in the blink of an eye. But in another blink of an eye, we are here and we did it. Despite not having the buildup of excitement, as we anticipated our favorite classes with our favorite people, or events like Pep Rally, International Day, or Homecoming, we still had a vision of our futures. Each and every one of us found it inside ourselves to remain hopeful and keep going, because we remembered what was important, never giving up. Among the toughest times of this year, whatever that motivation was for you that got you here today, whatever kept that fire inside of you, don't ever lose it. Use it, rather. Use it to achieve everything you have ever wanted in life. Use it to inspire others. Use it to stay positive, because it does not matter how slow you move, as long as you keep moving. I encourage you to use that motivation, the motivation you found within yourselves this year, to make the most out of every moment from now on. The motivation to cheer louder at every event, to hug your friends and family harder every time you get the chance to. Do not be afraid to make mistakes, start over, or reinvent yourself. Challenge yourself to see the world from different perspectives and make the most out of every situation you encounter. A quote from philanthropist Karen Raven sums it up. "Only as high as I reach can I grow. Only as far as I seek can I go. Only as deep as I look can I see. Only as much as I dream can I be." As we move into the next chapter of our lives and continue to face adversity with a smile, remember to hold on to your own personal motivation. That way, nothing nor anyone can take it away from you. This way, we never stop becoming who and what we have always aimed to be. With a positive mindset, we can walk across this stage and the stage of life with empowerment and confidence. While being proud of what we have gone through to get to where we are today, we must also remember to be grateful for who helped us along the way. Grateful for who was there for us all of those times when the belief in ourselves wilted. On behalf of the class of 2021, I would like to thank every principal, teacher, coach, counselor, cafeteria worker, custodian, and all other members of the Kennedy family who went the extra mile. Specifically for me, I want to thank my father for raising me to be independent, focused, and confident. Following my mother's death, my father stepped in to create the best possible life for me. I also want to thank my grandmother for all of the little things she did to make every school year special, such as waking me up when I slept through my alarm and making me lunch before I walked out the door. I'd like to thank my brother Nathaniel for always being there for me, as well as thank my extended family for their endless support and love. I want to shout out a big thanks to the OGA for the endless TikToks taking up my storage and for the support system we've created these past 4 years. I'd also like to thank my high school coaches, Coach Burke, Coach Blue, Coach Jen, and Coach Nadir. Then, of course, there's Coach Stango, who was always challenging me and presenting opportunities for me to evolve as a player and a person. Thank you. I'd like to thank Mr. Clark for helping me get into college, Mrs. Joyce for teaching me how to love a subject I may not initially be good at, Dr. Saibar Personaire for teaching me that life is full of deadlines, Mrs. DeVoe for knocking some math sense into me, and Mr. McGraw for making any day a little easier with a laugh. Furthermore, thank you Mr. Johnston and Mr. G for a Kennedy High School experience I will never forget. And last but never least, thank you Mr. Poulter for every conversation we have ever had. When I doubted myself and my motivation was slipping away, you truly were someone who knew how to help me believe in myself again. As a class, we must also be grateful for everyone behind the scenes who fought all year for us to have fun, so we could end this year off with a bang and plenty of memories to look back on. And for graduation, we may have had classes through a computer screen, but at least we can say we were able to graduate together, in person. If we continue to mix our ambition with gratitude for all that has come before, we, the class of 2021, have the ability to overcome anything that stands in our way. I hope that what I said today is a reminder of not just who you have around you, but what you have inside of you that makes all of the difference. Adversities will happen again, and we will be ready for them. Today, we will hold on to all of the lessons, let go of all of the hurt, but most of all, maintain that motivation, because the world is waiting for us. I love you guys. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2021.
I don't know if we've ever had 3 student speeches where they were delivered with such confidence and ease. How about one more round of applause for our accomplishments of our beautiful students. And now I'd like to call the Honorable Mayor of the City of Waterbury, Mr. Neil O'Leary. You have a very tough act to follow here. Good luck.
Thank you. You're not kidding, Matt. Good afternoon, everyone. And first of all, of course, to the families of our graduates, moms, dads, guardians, aunts, uncles, grandparents, siblings, thank you. Thank you for your support of your graduate here today. Thank you for your love and commitment to making sure that all of us recognize and understand the value and how important education is. So Mr. Johnson, Jasmine, and Vivian touched upon each item that I was going to. So you're lucky. You won't have to listen to me very long. I hope you listen to them because each of those 3 speeches were amazing. You know, honestly, this is my 4th graduation over the last 2 days, and my favorite part of each of these graduations is always listening to the students' speeches. And these speeches in the year 2021, after the year that you've all gone through, after the year we've all gone through, after the year the world has gone through, are simply amazing. And as mayor, I'm so very, very deeply proud and very humbled to be the mayor of such a great Waterbury public school system, To Dr. Verna Ruffin, our school superintendent, who has made such courageous decisions and decisive decisions, maybe a little divisive here and there. To, of course, your great staff here, Mr. Johnson, and your assistant principals, Mr. G, Mr. Smalley, Ms. Glass. To your amazing teachers, amazing paraprofessionals. To your health office, your cafeteria manager, to your media specialist, your head custodian, and your parent liaison. It takes a family to build a school and a village. You've heard that before, I'm sure, but you've got one great family here at Kennedy High School, and I know you're going to remember that for all the years to come. Just to leave you with this thought, actually, I'd like to recognize if there's any graduates here that are about to enter into the military. Would you please stand? Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. 5 individuals in this class are going on to represent Kennedy High School, their families, and the United States of America and our armed services. And I can tell you, on behalf of every resident of the city of Waterbury, we are extraordinarily proud and grateful of each and every one of you. Thank you. And lastly, to those that are pursuing their dreams in colleges and universities, to those that are entering the workforce, to those that aren't just quite sure yet what they're going to do, please remember your families and where you came from, your city, and where you came from. And as Mr. Johnson said, it would be an honor, and we'd be so very, very grateful if you do return to Waterbury to give back to your community, because God knows we need you, and God knows you're the leaders of the future. If you don't end up in Waterbury, wherever you do end up, I would challenge you and invite you to be a part of whatever community that you end up in. Thank you all. God bless you all. The best of luck to all of you.
Thank you, Mayor. And now please join me in welcoming our Superintendent of the Waterbury Public School System, Dr. Verna Ruffin.
Thank you, and congratulations, Kennedy High School, class of 2021. Before I speak to you directly, I'd like to thank all of the parents, the families, relatives, guardians, those who are here, equally happy for you and honored to be here during your graduation. So thank you for pouring into the lives of these young people and for also entrusting them at Waterbury Public Schools and allowing them to be a part of our lives here. They will forever be Waterbury Public Schools students, former students, alumni, and they will forever have touched the lives of so many people. So thank you for allowing them to be here and to be a part of our lives. I'd like to also thank Mr. Johnston and all of the administrative staff, the teachers and the staff of Kennedy High School who have also poured into your lives, seniors, and have done so in such a way that, as you've indicated, you mentioned them by name. You remember what they've said. You remembered how they touch your lives. And that's critically important because you too one day will be that person who may say something inspiring to someone that you meet that will change their lives or support them or teach them or help them at a time that you wouldn't even imagine that one statement you made will have a lifelong experience and a lifelong influence on someone's life. And so finally, to the class of 2021, I am so very proud of you and happy to see you in person. And regardless of decisions made that may have been divisive, it was never a decision made that didn't have everyone in mind. And I want to talk with you about something that occurred that you may not even know. It is my 4th graduation so far. We have 2 more graduations tomorrow. But I heard some of the most amazing speeches from valedictorians and salutatorians and class presidents and students that poured out their hearts about what they've experienced and persevered through a pandemic that no one could have imagined. And you spoke so eloquently because you spoke out of experience. You spoke what others perhaps felt and could not, or maybe were not ready to articulate. But just as we heard these wonderful, amazing speakers, there are so many other students that stand behind you that have similar thoughts and feelings, a real sense of purpose, a sense of social justice, of perseverance, and sticking with it when you would probably rather quit. And you've articulated that so well, and I've had the honor of hearing that for 4 graduations so far. And I want to tell you one thing that really, really spoke to me about this senior class. You graduating class of 2021. Because I remember receiving an email from Emmanuel who wanted to talk with me about what are we going to do about this year. He reached out in an email, I responded, we started to talk, and the next thing you know, we had other seniors and other students from other high schools that participated in multiple calls. But it started because one person reached out and said, hey, can we talk about this? So student voice is very powerful. I want to tell you, class of 2021, use that voice. Use that platform everywhere you go. Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to bring a solution, not just the problem, but the solution. And so Kennedy High School, you've done an amazing job in really instilling in your students how important it is to just ask. And I want to commend you because you started it and others joined you. And I'm so very proud of all of you for the voice that you have given to how we were able to end this school year. And what an amazing class of 2021. I am proud of you. I'm honored to be here with you today, and I can't wait until you walk the stage. And soon we'll go out into the world to change it forever, because you know what it's like. Congratulations, Kennedy High School class of 2021.
Are you guys ready? This was just all the undercard. Now this is the main event now, okay? Okay, so it's time for the awarding of the diplomas. Our valedictorian, Vivian Bunker. The salutatorian, Jasmine Estrella. Sophia Gaspard. Emmanuel Yankson, class president. Jake Liquindoli. Brian Acosta. Jaheim Adams. Logan Addison. Abdurrahman Afif. Ariella Aguilari. Leonora Ashdari. Cassidy Alvarez. Ephraim Alvarez. Jonathan Alvarez. Maria Araujo Batista. Elisa Bablusha. Joaquin Bagley. Joseph Batista. Angelina Barrios Diaz. Ashmani Bifaya. Tishan Besesser. Michael Blanco. Seth Brown. Brianna Bryant. Imani Caban. Valentin Cacho Matos. Shailene Calizea Colon. Maggie Kalo. Edwin Camacho. Alit Cami. Anthony Campbell. Jaden Campbell. Felix Canales. Jessica Carvalho. Narlene Chimbo Once. Eric Ching. Angela Sippy. Jada Clark. Isaiah Coleman. Luis Correa Padilla. Donnie Cosme Jr. Noah Crespo. Annalise Cruz. Felix Cruz. Brooke D'Amato. Kelsey DeRocha. Ludmila DePaula. Pedro Del Cerro. Ariana Delgado Camacho. Joel Demers. Kevin Demirage. Justino DeNorcia. Mary Escamilla. Nefti Fabian Reyes. Ronaldo Fagundes. Justin Fernandez. Cheyenne Ferreira. Adriana Figueroa Moreno. Giovanni Flores. Sasha Franco. Leisha Garcia. Maria Elise Garcia. Paul Garofalo. Joshua Gassior. Martha Gilbert. Mark Gonzalez. Mayerly Gonzalez. Kitana Grant. Trayshawn Graves. Ariani Gutierrez Santiago. Nixera Heredia. Jasmine Hernandez. Desiree Hodges. Desiree will be presented her diploma by her mother, Miss Shauntina Hodges, who is an employee of John F. Kennedy High School. Michael Hussein. Jesse Hotham. Brandon Hunter. Tristan Hurt. Joyce Iglesias Pagan. Emael Izquierdo. Douglas Jackson Jr. Danira Jefferson. Sebastian Jimenez Espinal. Ricky Jones. Wisdom Jones. Janelle Judge. Georgina Kartik. Robert Kelly. Yuri Kimball Duckworth. Giovanni Kinlock. Victoria Laboy. Xavier Laguna. Juan Lazo Alvarez. Luis Leon Colon. Sean Little. Brendan Makubika. Sadie Maldonado. Kenneth Mangual. Abraham Marte. Nazea Martinez. Scarlett Martinez. William Martinez. Annalise Martinez. Luis Martinez Maldonado. Crystal Matos Ramos. Justin Mataboni. Haley McKnight. Nathan Meglio. Nathan Mejias. Abraham Melendez. Axel Melendez. Nashiaded Mercado. Isaiah Mercedes. Karina Montano. Isaiah Montilla. Alyssa Morales. Destiny Morales Caban. At this time, we would like to take a moment of silence to recognize Tavin Moshier, who was taken from us during this past year. Taven's mother, Miss Chavette McNear, is here to accept his diploma on his behalf.
The other ones are blank, and the kids pick them up afterwards.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Caleb Molapi. Erica Mermsdumbe Pamakwiza. Bahishta Nawan. Terrell Neely. Neftali Negron. Anthony Nieves. Jaylene Nieves. Christina Nieves. Alexis Nugame. Alexis will be awarded her diploma by her father, Alderman George Nugame. Janelle Abobi Dijon. Rayshawn Owens. And now I would like to ask Principal George Smalley to continue with the awarding of the diplomas.
Angel Padilla. Jeremy Pagan. Lexus Pagan. Amari Parker. Nalandri Paulino. Marco Perez. Asia Perez. Joshua Perez Lopez. Edifer Perez Padron. Isaiah Petrillo. Jaden Pugh. Yeradir Quinones. Christian Kishpe. Anthony Rogunandan. Hemant Ramandar. Amina Redzovich. Amy Reynosa Garay. Isabella Reyes. Jordelina Reyes Garcia. Ariana Rice. Aaliyah Rivera. Amaryllis Rivera. Anthony Rivera. Luz Rivera. Angeli Rodriguez. Eliud Rodriguez. Jose Rodriguez. Kimberly Rodriguez. Michael Rodriguez. Julie Rodriguez Vargas. Eshwari Rupnarayan. Zechariah Roundtree. Danny Ruiz. James Rusi. Alden Sabovich. Mansour Sabovich. Elizabeth St. Juste. Tisha Sam. Alejandro Santana. Christopher Santiago Jr. Valeria Santiago Santiago. Janea Santos. Ryan Santos. Oscar Sola Loja. Victor Sepulveda. Layla Shabazz. Joel Serenalo Pazmino. Angel Smith. Jalen Smith. Jordan Solberg. Khalil Salone. Michael Soto. Sarah Svitlik. Nicola Tanasi. Taj Thomas. Shanice Tim. Michelle Tulapin. Natalie Topolowski. Chris Torres. Jasmine Vargas. Arislady Vargas Reyes. Ninoshka Velez Rodriguez. Margarita Vicente. Colin Waldron. Brandon Walters. Rochelle Walters. Kamari Warren. Aaron Watson. Sarah Way. Victor White. Sanea Williams. Christian Williamson. Tyshawn Wilson. Roxanne Windef. This next award will be presented by Miss Maxie Yates, who is an employee at Kennedy High School. Derek Yates. And Cindy Zhang.
Now I would like to ask the members of the senior class to stand and have the president of the senior class, Mr. Emmanuel Yankson, come up for the turning of the tassels.
It's a pleasure to be back up here. Anyway, please join me in turning our tassels from right to left to symbolize our graduation. As we do so. Congratulations to the class of 2021! Woo! Give up all the odds, everybody. Congrats!
Please remain in your seats, guys. Graduates, please remain in your seats. You can pick up your hats if you'd like. I guess you guys earned that little outburst. That concludes the commencement ceremony, but to the graduates, as you move on to your next adventure, whether it be college, trade school, the armed forces, or the workforce, try to leave everything and everyone better off for having come across your path. And always remember that you have a home at Kennedy High School. Congratulations and the best of luck. Wendy.